What's good, YouTube? Nappy here, back again once again, and today, people, it's finally come! It's finally come! This is episode 1 of season 4, and just like season 2, finally, our top 10 legendary Pokemon is here. This is a top 10 countdown. I know the title says top 5, but it is a special edition. And you guys know throughout the entirety of season 3, when we went through all the different Pokemon types, I went ahead and reserved legendary Pokemon for this special edition right here. This week, ladies and gentlemen, is our top 10 legendary Pokemon. Now, this week's top 5 or top 10, if you want to go there, is not based off of just design. It's not based off of just stats. If you want a list that's based off of just stats, then go ahead and look up Bulbapedia. It's based off a combination of things. And of course, you guys already know that all top 5s on the channel are 100% opinionated, meaning that if you don't agree with it, then by all means, leave your own top 5 or top 10 legendary Pokemon in the comment section below. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and get into the first episode of season 4 of Pokemon Top 5. Now, this week's top 10 or top 5, I don't even know what to call it. Either way, it is a very powerful, very powerful countdown, and right off the get-go, in the number 10 slot, we can't do a top 10 legendary list without including the OG, the original legendary Pokemon itself, Mewtwo. This Pokemon, I'm going to tell you guys right now, a majority of these Pokemon are going to be on here, I'm going to describe them with one word, and that's power. So go ahead and get ready for it. But I mean, it's a legendary Pokemon. That's what it is. It's meant to be powerful. It's meant to be one of a kind. So if I say power, just excuse the hell out of me. But number 10 this week is Mewtwo. Like I said, it's the OG, is the original, is the Generation 1 legendary Pokemon. When we were all kids playing Red, Blue, and Yellow, we all wanted to go through motherfucking Cerulean Cave and fight the strongest Pokemon in the game. And then they give it a Mega Evolution with stats higher than Arceus, stats higher than God itself. Mewtwo definitely had to be on the motherfucking list, number 10. In the number 9 slot, we have my favorite of the legendary birds. Go back to Generation 1 again, Zapdos. When I was a kid, fun fact, not even a fact, true story, nigga, true story. When I was a kid, I used to call Zapdos Zapdos. Don't ask me why. For the longest time, I called it Zapdos. But still, Zapdos is number 10 this week, and I don't know what it is about it. Maybe it's just this design. It looks so aggressive. I'm just so upset that it's not faster than it is. It's base 100, which is still pretty fucking speedy, but for an electric type, especially a bird that's only 116 pounds, you think it would be so much faster. But either way, Zapdos is amazing. I love him. It's so much power. The moveset is so diverse. You can run so many different variants on it as well. Zapdos is just power. I love him. Number 9. In the number 8 slot, we're going to go from Generation 1 all the way to Generation 6 with Yveltal. Yveltal's on here, not because it's so powerful. Well, I mean, I guess in a roundabout way, true. Yveltal is on this list because it is pure destruction. It is the embodiment of just death, period. Death and destruction. It's such a serious Pokemon. Did you know Xerneas and Yveltal are known as the Mortality Duo? That is straight intensity. I love him. He is the destruction Pokemon. Everything about him, his moveset, signature move, his design, just, oh my lord, it's just pure destruction. It's intimidation at its max. Number 8. In the number 7 slot this week, we have Landorus. Landorus is one of those Pokemon when the first time I looked at him, I really didn't know what to think about it. I was just looking at him like, look at that guy. Look at him over there. Look at him. Just look at him. And then once I got into competitive battling and I started messing around with OU and whatnot, I really started to like Landorus. I know he's one of the most overused Pokemon, period, but still, Landorus just in and of itself, I love its typing. That's really the one thing that really blows me away. And I know I'm using, I can't ever get the form straight in my head, but I know I'm using one of the forms right now. It's actually not even my favorite form. I like the Genie form better when he's got his hands crossed, because that's pure. Like I said with Landorus, with Yveltal, just intimidation. But he's got his arms crossed like that. Honestly, Thundurus is my favorite, but like I said, Landorus' typing just takes the cake for me. He's number 7. In the number 6 slot this week, we have the ungrateful Pokemon, Shame in itself, even though it is the gratitude Pokemon. If you guys saw the movie, what is it, Giratina and the Sky Warrior, Shaman is the most rude, ungrateful little motherfucker ever. I want to punt him like a golf ball. But Shaman, I actually like Shaman land form better than Shaman sky form, just because of its ability. And I know a lot of people like it for the exact opposite reason, but I like running that rest with that natural cure so he wakes up immediately when you swap him out. I like Shaman land form because he's so much power in such a little package. And Shaman sky form, of course, is just amazing. That's why he's up in Ubers, but still, Shaman is number 6 this week. In the number 5 slot, we have the little powerhouse again, up here for the same reason as Shaman. We have Giratina. I love Jirati's name. Ever since I was a kid and I first saw it, I don't know what it is about Jirati's name. I love it so much. And again, Giratina was one of those Pokemon, for the longest time, I really didn't mess with it. I didn't care about it. It was just over there. It was just over there. And then once I got into competitive battling, I saw the power that was Giratina, and I love Giratina. In the words of Hidemo himself, you can catch a bunch of Iron Heads. You can catch a bunch of Iron Heads. You can catch a bunch of Iron Heads. Iron Head, Iron Head, Iron Head. Giratina is Hacks, Flinch God, and just everything about Giratina. Its unique typing, its name, its design. Shiny Giratina is tits. And I'm just saying, I want a Mega Giratina where its eye opens up on its stomach. Creepy and powerful. Number 5 this week. Claiming the number 4 slot. You guys like that voice crack? I don't know, Terrakion would beat the fuck out of me if you heard that voice crack. Claiming the number 2 slot. Did I say number 2? Claiming the number 4 slot. Let me stop fucking up. Is Terrakion this week. Terrakion is so much power. Power and intimidation. Them broad, big ass shoulders. Just gonna take out anything in front of them. Just fuck you, fuck your friend, fuck your clique. Terrakion don't give a fuck. Period. Terrakion is so much power. I love him. He's one of those Pokemon you guys have heard me say on weeks past. When you first time you see him, you instantly fall in love with that Pokemon. Terrakion is one of those for me, especially coming from 5th gen. Oh my lord. Terrakion is just amazing. He's a perfect Pokemon. Now that we've breached the top 3, breached like a whale, a killer whale, a sea basin whale, we have Kyogre in the number 3 spot. I mean, I know power is the word of the week right now. Just listen to this. The sea basin Pokemon. That just tells you the gargantuan power that's behind this Pokemon. Then, of course, with Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, we're given the Primal Kyogre, which is even bigger, even better, even better. Oh my lord. Again, just like Terrakion, ever since I was a child, a wee little tyke this high up off the ground. You can't see, but I got my hand off the ground right now. But ever since then, when I first saw Kyogre, I love water types, and it's a fucking orca. It's a whale. How can you not like that? I don't know, for me, Kyogre has just been amazing since day one. I've been impressed with every feature about it. Look at it, just destruction with the water spout. It's wingspan. It goes the entire field. I love him. He's number 3. In the number 2 slot, we are in top 2 right now. We have the Outcast, the Renegade Pokemon. The Renegade Pokemon. Say it with me. The Renegade Pokemon. Giratina. This motherfucker is so violent. He is so violent. They had to outcast him to his own world. If that is not badass, I don't know what the fuck is. They had to outcast this Pokemon to its own world. And a lot of people like to just go ahead and just stereotype Giratina as like the devil, since he's like the opposite of Arceus, and Arceus is the god Pokemon. I don't give a fuck what you call Giratina. Giratina is amazing. Both forms are powerful. Its design is just so devilish, and just the color scheme, everything about it. And then they call it the Great Wall for a reason. Giratina is easily, no, matter of fact, Giratina is the all-around bulkiest Pokemon in the game. Giratina is amazing. I love everything about him. He's number 2 this week. Rightfully claiming the number 1 spot this week. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Pokemon Perfection, Entei. Entei is the number 1 legendary Pokemon, in my opinion. Everything about this Pokemon is pure power. It is pure destruction. Entei just exudes leadership. It exudes confidence. It exudes power. This is such a strong Pokemon that it has to keep running across the land. It can't stop because of its uncontrollable power. Every time Entei barks, volcanoes erupt. Oh my lord, Entei is amazing. I look at the Sacred Fire. Look at the I'm speechless. Entei is number 1, the best legendary Pokemon. So there you have it, people. That wraps up our top 10 legendary Pokemon, of course being a special edition of Pokemon Top 5, and this is the greatest way to start off Season 4, if I do say so myself. If you all enjoyed, make sure you smash the hell out of the like button down below for us, because you already know your support is greatly appreciated, and of course share with us your own top 10 legendary Pokemon in the comment section below. Now when it comes to next week, ladies and gentlemen, as I said, this is episode 1 of Season 4. Episode 1 of Season 4. Next week is going to be just as big, if not better. People have been asking me and asking me and asking me to do a top 5 Hoenn Pokemon that I want to Mega Evolve in Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, and I've yet to do one. I did one Mega Evolutions video Pokemon I'd like to see Mega Evolve, and of course Mega Swampert and Mega Sceptile came out of that, but I have not done one exclusive to Hoenn. So next week, we'll be doing top 5 Pokemon that I want to see Mega Evolve in Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, and then voting will commence after that. But, with that being said, you guys, smash that like button for us if you haven't already, and of course share with us your own top 10 legendary Pokemon, and of course thank you guys. I know I say this every single week, but for real, from the bottom of my fucking heart, you guys don't know. Your support on this series has been so mind-blowingly astronomical. We're in Season 4 of Top 5. I started this series off with just my top 5 favorite Pokemon, and I never ever thought that a year later we'd be in Season 4. 50 plus episodes later, we'd be in Season 4. And it is all because of each and every one of you guys watching right now. Thank you so much. With that being said, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I hope that you all enjoyed. You know me, it's Nappy 92.